Hello. Doop doop doo. Doop doop doo. Yes. Now I gotta set my phone up. Oh, I did it. Okay, great. Hey everybody, while I'm waiting for people to join, I have a little reading to share with you. Now I gotta find my page because my bookmark fell out. Of course it did. This is a quote, and I'm reading it out of the book, The Crossroads of Should and Must, Find and Follow Your Passion by El Luna, which is a fabulous book. Not only a fabulous book, but a fabulous piece of artwork. And inside this book, she is quoting Joseph Campbell from The Power of Myth. And I'm going to share that with you while I'm waiting for joiners to come. So Joseph Campbell was asked, do you ever have the sense of being helped by hidden hands? And Joseph Campbell says, all the time. It is miraculous. I even have a superstition that has grown on me as a result of invisible hands coming all the time. Namely, that if you do follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while, waiting for you. And the life that you ought to be living is the one you are living. When you can see that, you begin to meet people who are in your field of bliss, and they open doors to you. I say, follow your bliss, and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. I say, I'm going to read it one more time. Follow your bliss, and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. I love that so much. I am Amy Simpkins, Vision Architect, and I am so glad to have you here with me today. This is so exciting for me. Here, let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I am an entrepreneurship coach, and I help developing entrepreneurs cast clear, big picture, integrated visions for their business and life, and then use the power of iteration to implement that vision and bring it into reality in a sustainable, profitable, abundant way. And the other thing you need to know about me is that I am a rocket scientist. I have 2 degrees in aerospace engineering, and I spent 10 years designing, building, and flying spacecraft. So why am I here, you're asking? Well, I wanted to reintroduce myself to you so that you kind of know what to expect, what to get when you get me. And I definitely, my first career of designing spacecraft was living the dream for me. I wanted to do it since the time I was 12, the whole thing. Be an astronaut, design spacecraft, and further human scientific knowledge through the exploration of space. I was so hard over into that. I was on fire. I had such a passion for that. And I did that for 20 years through high school, college, grad school, corporate work. And I got to do so many of the big dreams that I had set out to do in terms of engineering and spacecraft design. I got to work in architecture. I did a bunch of performance analysis that was amazing and cool, the coolest analysis on the planet. I got to work on manned spacecraft and work with astronauts to design awesome new manned spacecraft. And I actually got to fly unmanned interplanetary spacecraft to go explore comets and the planet Jupiter. And actually the last mission that I worked on before I left corporate is actually at Jupiter right now. The spacecraft's name is Juno. She's my baby. And she's sending back unprecedented pictures of Jupiter's poles, and she's doing amazing scientific research. So what happened, right? I mean, I was living the dream. I had a dream career. But what we all do as we go through our careers is we grow and we evolve. And the dream of spaceflight was with me for 20 years. And during that 20 years, I was growing and evolving until I reached that critical point where my personal growth and evolution was now different. It was now facing a different direction, taking off along a different path from the world of corporate engineering work that I had started on. I mean, was the dream of spaceflight a good one? Of course it was. It was super fun. I learned so much, and I got to do so much. And even with all of that goodness, there came a point when that dream wasn't serving me anymore, and I was evolving beyond it. So how did I know? How did I know that I was evolving beyond it? Well, there were two parts of it. And the first was my time at work, my position at work in the corporate environment. I started to look for my next thing. I was ready to move on, ready to do something different, rotate around, take a different position, move up, maybe climb the corporate ladder, get into management. And so I started looking for the next thing. And I couldn't really think of what I wanted to do next. And so then instead, since I couldn't think of what I wanted to do next, I started to think of what I should do next. And what I should do next was, of course, move up. So look for a promotion, look for a management position, climb the corporate ladder, put on my suit, make nice with the higher ups, play the politics, and move up. And as I started to look around for a position that would suit me, I just didn't find anything. Nothing sang to me. Nothing lit my spirit on fire the way that it had lit me on fire when I was a teenager, when I was in college, and when I was in my early career. I just didn't feel passionate about any of it. I was feeling the grind. I was feeling bogged down. And worst of all, I was feeling that it wasn't a great outlet for the creativity that I knew that I had inside of me. So simultaneous with that falling out with the kind of the corporate world and the concept of climbing the corporate ladder, realizing that that wasn't for me, I discovered the world of entrepreneurship and what it's like to start and run your own business. And you might have heard this before, but entrepreneurship is seriously the best personal development program that you can embark on. And through that period of personal development, when I was considering starting my own business and then eventually starting my own business, was that I was able to identify my highest values. And my highest values were freedom, individuality, creative expression, and adventure. And I was finding these things in other areas of my life, with my kids, traveling the world, and those were great, but I really wanted to bring that element into my work, which would then enable more freedom, individuality, and adventure in these other areas of my life. So it was twofold, right? I wanted freedom, individuality, self-expression, and adventure in my work itself. But I also wanted to enable those qualities in the rest of my life. And entrepreneurship was the vehicle that was going to give me both. So that was my awakening. That was my story of how I came to be here with you, and I'm the vision architect. Now, I will tell you that I think if you are here watching right now and you're an entrepreneur or a potential entrepreneur, a budding entrepreneur, I know that you are going through or have gone through the same kind of awakening, that you're looking for something that aligns with your highest values and enables those values to be brought into all areas of your life. And that's your big why. That's why you're here. And I'm so excited to share that in common with you. So what I offer now is that I help entrepreneurs do that. Get their work and their business in line with their highest values. And we do that by casting big picture, integrated visions that take the brilliant but sometimes nebulous ideas about the business and bring it really practically into revenue. And then not just casting the vision, but we use an iterative implementation approach, which makes it sustainable. It makes it actionable. It makes it totally flexible to go with the flow and walk through the doors of opportunity that you may not even have known were there which goes back to the quote that I read at the beginning of this broadcast, that sometimes you just don't even know what doors of opportunity are there. And having a flexible business implementation plan totally helps you with that, helps you be able to respond to those doors of opportunity and take those chances when they come to you. So I'm taking my engineering background, that beautiful story that I did 20 years of it through education and work, that I'm taking those engineering principles and paradigms that I learned, and also some of that project development experience that I also learned in that corporate environment. And I'm taking those principles, which are proven and used to develop highly complex, highly technical systems, and I'm applying them to your business. I'm not a sales or marketing guru. I am not going to give you the same old, same old. That's not what I'm about. I don't give you the same shtick everybody else gives you. I am an engineer, and I will give you a fresh perspective on your business and how to implement it and drive revenue and make sure it's serving your needs as well as the needs of your clients. That's what I'm about. So here in 2017, I have a bunch of new awesome content to share with you. I'm so excited to bring it to you, and here on Periscope. And so I wanted to give you a little preview of what you can expect from me and make sure that you know how to keep in touch so that you don't miss a moment. So the 4 core topics that I will be presenting to you with content and tools. First is vision casting. I love to talk about vision casting and why vision is way better than setting goals, and how to go about it in a way that makes it really concrete and tangible for you and drive revenue sooner. I also love to talk about planning and creating rituals and accountability and just a regular rhythm around planning at the annual level, the monthly level, the weekly level, to make sure that you are staying focused, getting your stuff done, and moving forward, generating momentum. Momentum is the key to everything. And along with that planning, I talk about strategy. So not just like doing the planning itself, but then like from within the planning, what's your strategy? Like, how do you decide what to do next? How do you decide where you should go? What's going to be most beneficial? What's going to bring you the revenue? What is best for you to work on? So we talk about that as well, not just when to do the planning and making sure you do it, but then also what you're bringing to the planning, what the actual content is. The third topic I'm going to be talking to you about is that sustainability piece, making sure that you are taken care of, your business is taken care of, and that you can continue it for the long haul, that you're in there and you are able to fill up your bucket, and that you're able to have systems in place that make it easier for you. Love sustainability. And fourth and finally, personal development is really near and dear to my heart. Like I said, entrepreneurship is the best personal development program out there. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about self-awareness. We're going to talk about self-expression. We're going to talk about lifestyle design. We'll talk about your strengths and your values, your highest values, your passions and your skills, and how you weave all of those together into your business to make it the most powerful for you and for your clients. So I'm so excited to present all of this content to you in 2017. I've got a lot of topics, and I'm going to be on here on Periscope several times a week sharing with you, and I don't want you to miss a thing. If that's what you need in entrepreneurship, I want to make sure that you follow me here on Periscope and on Twitter so you are getting notifications from me, especially on Periscope, because it'll just pop up the notification right in your phone. So you can follow me. I'm at Amy L. Simpkins on Periscope, and make sure you're following me. If Periscope is not really your platform of choice, that is totally cool. I'm also doing content broadcasts on Facebook Live, and you can find me there by searching for Amy Simpkins Vision Architect or facebook.com/ Coach Amy Simpkins, all one word. And finally, I'll be archiving all of the video content from this year up on YouTube. And you can go over there to youtube.com/Amy Simpkins Vision Architect and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you'll be sure to get all of the content and be able to go back through all of the archives and see what you need. So I am so looking forward to this year. I am looking forward to helping you generate unstoppable momentum, to help you get really specific and practical with your big dreams and bringing revenue from them. And it's such a privilege to be the one to be talking to you about it. So I thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again. And go ahead and share and tell your friends, because we're going to start rocking with content very, very soon. Bye.